Hey guys, welcome to Trio. I'm Christian. I'm here with
Carver.
and
Matthew.
and today we're gonna be talking about
Life
life.
sucks.
Yes, it very much does.
So you might be asking, why are we saying this? As you probably know by now, cases are rising everywhere. And our last episode of us talking about hybrid, well, we're going back to remote, and me and Christian don't technically have a job at the moment because COVID shut us down.
Yeah, we're kind of like on, I guess you could say on leave or some like that. Basically, because COVID, we can't work until things die down.
Now, the one thing I will say, Christian, is
Yeah,
we got a good boss that's actually fighting to open it back up.
yeah, I will say that. I do like our boss. He's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the thing with you and Matthew in school.
Yeah, I'm not that excited for it.
I was never excited to go to school through a computer, and I'm not excited about it right now.
So, basically, what happened with school is because of the rising cases and the lack of substitutes for elementary school, they are sending high school and middle school back to remote only so they can have subs for the elementary school level. But Christian, you can go into this. I we don't really think it's that much safe either for them to be there because
Yeah.
it's different for them because they go 100% of the time. Everyone that's in that class is there.
So here's the thing, and I think that basically there's this kind of, I don't know exactly what they call it, but there's like this paragraph or something like that where they kind of rate where we are on the COVID scale. And for at least high school, we were supposed to go back in the red.
Which we
This is
are.
all. This is all stuff that I've heard. Basically, they pushed the the scale a bit so that it wouldn't be in red, I guess, and so that's why school didn't like do this sooner.
And now that
But for some reason, and I get it. I get it with the elementary schools. The main reason that it's a bit difficult for them is because some parents can't stay home with those kids, and those kids can't be by themselves. Whereas high schoolers can typically take care of themselves. I say typically because not everyone can. But anyways, I still think there's a lot of risk to it, and I'm not just talking about the kids either. I'm talking about the teachers as well. Because let's be honest, kids, especially around grade school, aren't exactly the cleanest. um,
Description.
well, then
what?
the thing is, what a lot of people don't realize is, I want to say the cutoff is third or fourth grade. They don't have to wear masks, which understandable that they are little and don't understand.
But still,
But when it gets to a certain number, you got to realize, oh, they're not wearing masks, and the only
I
one that's
mean
wearing a mask is the teacher.
that's the same, and I know that I'm kind of exaggerating here, but that's pretty much the same thing as if of the people saying, "Oh, it's uncomfortable, so I'm not gonna wear them."
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
Well, yeah,
explain it to them. Explain it to them, and if they don't understand, I'll tell them
but
it's
like,
a costume idea.
yeah,
I mean,
maybe
you
for
might
like
be,
the third or fourth grade, but like, I mean, you also got to think kindergartners are just not good. They're not gonna. They're just not gonna keep them on.
yeah.
The younger you get,
Which
the
is
more
another
it's
reason
just
why.
they're just not gonna keep them on, no matter what
Wh-
you do.
Which is another reason why I feel like the whole them going to the school building thing is a bad idea. And
A lot of people
it's
that I
not like I'm not trying to say that this is my preferred way of doing things. This is just the way that I see is safest and most
Cause
effective.
yeah, he doesn't do remote school because oh that's what I want to do. It's I don't want to
Yeah,
risk it because it's safer.
yeah. I mean, for me, example,
I
I'm
mean,
here
let's
with
be
I
real,
live with
Christian.
my
If
little
COVID
cousin.
didn't exist, would you really be? And they said, oh, we're gonna have a remote school and a in person school for the next year. Be real. What would you have chose?
In person. I miss my friends and everything. But like for me, example, I live here with my little cousin and my uncle and aunt, and I don't want to risk giving it to any of them, especially my little cousin.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been shown that it doesn't affect people, younger children the same. But I mean, you still don't want to risk giving it to them.
okay, this is something I want to touch on real quick. The whole younger children aren't affected as much. I don't care if it only affects 1%.
Do not do not get does not affect them as much confused with the word immune. They are not immune. No one is immune.
And even if it doesn't affect them as much, any is too many. Literally, I don't care if only one kid has ever gotten it. It's too many. All right, anybody getting it is too many. All right, we don't want to put anybody at risk. And even if they don't get like sick, as in they don't show symptoms or stuff, you could still
Asymptomatic
be
can
spreading
still
it.
spread it. It's rare. It's rare
And
for asymptomatic people to spread it, but it's still
but
they
still,
still
if they
can.
can. And I know this whole like, oh, it's a low chance thing. I feel comfortable with that. BS, BS.
That's
Um,
that's on you if
okay,
you want to take that risk, but you shouldn't.
well, see, here's the thing. If you want to take that risk by yourself, if it's something that you're doing, do it. But don't have your kids take the risk.
Yep.
Because when you're sending them to these schools, because like especially when we're talking about kindergarteners or something like that, they don't they're not able to comprehend exactly what's going on. All right, or at least not the gravity of it. So sending them out there, and I'm not trying to be this whole, oh, if you don't send your, or I mean, if you don't keep your kids home, you're a bad parent, whatnot. I'm just trying to say my view. Well, here's the thing: sending your kids to kindergarten, or without at least talking to them. Because here's the thing: you need to talk to your kids about this. At least try to inform them. Because when you're sending them to the school, you're not, and let's be honest, when you're sending them to school at kindergarten age, it's not really their choice, which isn't a bad thing. Because I mean they're
Then it's more
kindergarten.
difficult because it's not the same.
Yeah. Anyways, but when you're sending them there, you're not taking the risk. Well, you kind of are, but the kid is also in risk. Uh, the teachers are in risk, which is another factor of this whole going back to online thing.
Okay.
Um,
Like we're just repeating ourselves at this point.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to put it out there. If you want to take the risk on your own, go ahead. I mean, I'd rather you not, but I can't control you. It's your choice.
So Matthew, let's
But don't risk the people around you, especially not your loved ones.
Matthew, let's have you talk a little bit.
Alright, well, I just really gotta say the fact that out of the blue, they're saying we're going back to remote again instead of telling us like maybe I'd say a couple weeks in advance so we would be
Well,
aware.
Well, I mean,
they were supposed to do this a while ago, honestly, but
they're on the district. It says they have to give a minimum of 2 weeks notice. So if you factor, they announced it on Monday, which would mean the Monday we go back to school would be 2 weeks. So
we pretty much got a no week notice, you know what I mean? And I just gotta say, like, having to do it online, it kind of like gives me difficulty on a whole other level because this is technically my senior year, and having to do it online, that just makes it even harder than it should be. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And if you know me at all, I am absolutely awful with computers, especially Apple products.
that's why you should get a job and get a Windows. Not sponsored.
Yeah. It's gonna be a while before we're sponsored. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Life sucks.
Life sucks.
But I mean, if someone wants to,
Only the future will tell. Only the future will tell.
We are really just getting way too off topic.
There really was no topic, guys. It was really...
Yeah, sorry, this has just been a really crazy month. We haven't been having a consistent uploading schedule for a couple of reasons.
Really crazy month. It's been a really crazy year, for Christ's sake.
Well, with hybrid, it's not really or remote, it's not necessarily easy either.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say anything is easy. I could really just sit here and complain for hours.
So just...
What I would say has already been said by tons of people at this point.
So honestly, like, where I come from with all this, I kind of, like, work was like the escape of getting out of my house for a while. For like the month that we were able to work.
Yeah.
Now that escape is gone, and now the school being shut down is another thing on top of that.
Yeah, I understand that. Man, I mean, I get that. I am the same way with how work was. It's definitely, because the thing is with our work, it's really like, I wouldn't say laid back because we do have a serious kind of job, but
it's definitely different because COVID.
It's not your typical 8 to 5 day work,
Yeah.
It's more of an escape, we get to have fun.
I mean, it's still, a job is a job, so...
Yeah, the only reason why I'm not saying it's laid back is because we do have a serious job, because we work with, basically tool safety.
Gotta make sure no one dies. Someone dies, we all gonna...
It's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
It's a lot of paperwork. There we go.
I was gonna make that joke. Oh my god.
It's a lot of paperwork, and then we have to worry about getting fired.
Yeah.
Or going to jail.
Yeah.
So this week was just like we've said, just like here's where we're at.
Yeah.
So I guess, is there anything else y'all want to add?
So I think with Thanksgiving, we might not do one this week, but after that we should be back on kind of a normal scheduling type of thing.
You will definitely see if there's a next one next week. It will just
Yeah.
depend. But I think that's it, guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we are going to tune out. See ya.
Later.
Bye.